A pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora and elsewhere, friends all. Sometimes I wonder if I'm wasting time bringing a message to all of you. And I want you all to understand clearly, I didn't ask you for a penny. I didn't ask you for a vote because I'm now running for no office. In a country where there was another races there before my ancestor arrived to the shore of Guyana. You see, I have a principle since I'm a kid. I don't like to take what is not mine. Even though I was born in Georgetown, Guyana, and I am a Guyanese. And I was made to understand that there was another nation there before that was not giving their rights. But when I looked deep into it, they was given rights. But at the same time, they was not giving too many opportunity because they were not as educated enough. And there were 9 tribes of the Amerindian race. But when come the blacks and the East Indian descendant, the Portuguese and the Chinese, the hemisphere of Guyana changed. Whether we like it or not, I want to ask this question to every patriotic Guyanese. If I thief a man's property, even kill out some of his family and take his property, and I give it to somebody down the road, and they have it, I mean, I broke the law. I murder people and take their place, and I give it to somebody. But I am gone, but they have it. What you think should happen to that person who demand it and claim it like if it's their own? I just asked that question. I want an answer from you, the decent, honorable Guyanese, not the miserable one. Because I'm going to tell you something that what you all are not accepting. Being the black race, talking about slavery in the Caribbean, the Americas and elsewhere, are you not better off than your brothers and sisters and family back in the mainland of Africa? Answer me. You are. I have been to many countries and I have seen. You, the black race I'm talking to first. If you was ruled by French, Dutch, British, or others, you learn the language, you speak it, you write it, you study, you become a pilot, a doctor, a scientist, great teachers, musician, and everything else out of Africa. You inherit something that the white man, as you said, slave you, kill the other race and bring you there, even though some of them still exist in every Caribbean country, Latin, South America. Today we have a big dispute problem between Venezuela and Guyana for 60% of the territory. I want to ask you, the Guyanese, Indian and blacks, because you are the one who say you emancipated, but you're not going back to Africa. And you, the Indian, is the one who also claim you arrived, but you're not going back to Mother India. Now tell me in true senses, amongst the 6 races in Guyana, well, the native is the Amerindian 9 tribe, followed by the mixed race, and a few Portuguese and Chinese, and they are there. But you, the black race, you talk about exploitation of slavery from the European as the white man. Not all white people was a part of that. And why modern generation have to answer that charges? When you, the great-grandchildren of slavery, enjoy the sweat and the whipping of the whip towards the ancestor in the past, but you do worse. You breed your sisters, and you know what I mean, and call them child mothers. You run away from your responsibility, and they call you my pick me daddy. Is that fair? Under the European law, a man holds responsibility for his child or his wife once you marry, but you all want to do it the way of animalistic way. But you blame the white man. You accuse him for so many things, but never praise him for any. You have running water. You have swimming pool. You have pilots and doctors and scientists and musicians. I mean, keep repeating it because it looks like going on deaf ears. You got three-piece suit, black shoes, long shoes, collar and tie. You will dress better than him at times. You make a guitar speak without any problem, or a trumpet, but you condemn it. Friends, stop being a hypocrite. You have inherited what the foreparents suffer for. You are the beneficiary of what they suffer for. It's time for you to wake the F up and stop this humiliation but white man slave you when you, in Guyana and the Caribbean, slave other races. Even help to rape their women. And I could tell you that in Guyana, plenty military and police rape the Amerindian women, screw them and call them child mother and leave them and run away. And you do it to your own black sisters. And I ask you, the black race in Guyana, I got all the all blood in me, so I'm free to talk. How y'all feel to see Mr. Ali presidency that opening the country, they're building the road, they're building bridges, and they're opening places. And between you and I, personally, I know it's not bad, but every million spent, somebody have to answer the question, how much is really the cost? Because some are the other they can thief. And I'll be honest, I'm sorry, Indians love to thief. They love to. They love to lie and cry. While you, the black thief too, but between both races, you have good and bad, eh? You have decent people in both sides, in any race. So I'm calling upon you, Indian and black people in Guyana, stop the bloody nonsense. You are your own enemy. You vote your politician them in, and they make laws to deny you your rights. Okay? They don't have a court system in Guyana. It's corrupt, vindictive, and very, very, very corrupt. We are jailing a man for pickpocket, while magistrate and judge are taking bribe in envelope out of the poor people's pocket, and they ain't going to jail. Police making laws, pulling you in the corner to write a ticket, taking bribe. I was made to understand, out of every 10 minibus run on the highway, from Mackenzie to Georgetown and elsewhere, 6 owned by police officers. An investigation should be carried out. Now you can own the whole of the country, that have nothing to do with me. But how you going to charge a man for breaking the law when you all are a part of breaking the law every second? Answer me. Guyana need a government, which is a national front government, to hold and abide by the law that if you thief, cut your hand out. If you lie on somebody, take your tongue out. Y'all want me to be barbaric. No man hands are full. You could kill, others can kill too. Get that clear. And the enemy of your enemy could be your best friend. When you harass these Amerindians, rape their women, and I give straightforwardly, you fuck them. It's a 4-letter word, it's not bad. Alright, a Chinese supermarket, they name so, alright? Chin yet fuck. And a piston fucks a cylinder. It's not a bad word. Right? You can call it sex, you can call it lovemaking. Why give you straight? A name doesn't mean a shit. But what you all done is not forgivable. Alright? But on the other hand, that's you the black people problem. You can't see farther than your face. You look upon color. And your politician only got to lie to you. And you lift them and beat up other people. Why it have to be a two-party in Guyana to rule it? If not PNC, PPP. Now you have APNU. It's members of PPP join them. And when Bonner went in power, was 7 Indian PPP crossed the floor. Y'all have been fooled over and over, but I want a law. I don't care what happened from the time of 1966. Whatever law was broken by Burnham, Jagan, and else must be reopened. And once it is proven that they were involved in it, their children and grandchildren will have to answer the charge. I don't care whether they're in England, Paris, Switzerland, or Tokyo. A crime is a crime, like it or not. Okay? We all have a short time in this world to live. And we have a right to respect one another. The only difference of human being is languages and culture. We are all man and woman in this world. Now, I'm not discriminating against the opposite sex, man who want to be a woman and a woman who want to be a man. I have nothing against that. That's your lifestyle. I'm not going to get into that. If you want to be kinky, I am not the Yankee. Okay? Let's get it straight. And you women got to wake up to reality. Stop taking abuse. And stop making yourself a fool and painting your skin and putting tattoo in your skin. If God had wanted you to be that way, He would have put marks on your body. Come up this tribalism bullshit. All this cosmetics trying to look good when you look more ugly. Come up of it, hold your money. The future is more important. You need a house. You have to take care of your children. And the men must be accountable and hold responsibility for the children because a woman don't get pregnant by herself. We want laws. We want when you lie on somebody, to cut your tongue out or maybe take your head off because you can't lie no more. You hear? And when you lock up an innocent man or woman in a prison, once it is proven that you were wrong, no money, ask the person who you lock up what they want. If they want your life, they must have it. But they have to take it. Not like in America, many black men and others was on death row. And when they realize they don't kill the people, they find the right killer, they give money. We don't need money, we need the fucking head. And you put innocent people on the gallows. You lock up innocent people. People got to get y'all, you don't get to take your children. We got to become just how y'all just think. And let it be known to y'all. President Ali sat down and had an interview with the BBC. And yes, while the man interviewing, he wanted to give the man a lecture. Like if he know what he's talking about. Listen, Mr. President, in due respect to you. You need England and America at your side. Because England can seize independence right now because they give it to the wrong people. It's an Amerindian country. Can we take India and give it to Africa or China? Or take Africa and give it to China or India? That bullshit is not fair. It's like I rob a beggar, but I go and I give it to somebody else. Is that fair? But you all call it, oh God, oh Allah, oh Bhagwan. Hypocrites! Let it be known to y'all, Guyana don't have a court system. It's corruption run by corrupt politicians and businessmen. But every crime that you all commit against innocent people shall come against your doorstep. Wake the hell up! Stop being humiliated and take brainwash from corrupt politicians. None of them is your friends. They shake your hand, take picture with you. When they want your vote, they bring in foreign musicians. There are millions. And y'all whining and dining. And they sit in the corner and say, look at these jackass. But I call y'all the right-name dogs of war. Y'all do worth nothing. The black man in Africa would like to be in your chance. The Indian in India would like to be in your chance. Modern day generation. Friends, I'm appealing to y'all. Come together. And let's work for a national front government where the native will be the leader of their country and they could negotiate with Brazil, Venezuela, Suriname, French Guyana, anybody for the border issue because they were the first people. Come on. Suddenly we have friends in Dubai, Saudi Arabia. Where were them in the 70s? Venezuela was giving us oil free with Guy Isle. Hugo Chavez, Malcolm Pandey of Trinidad written off $800 and something million debt. The Trinidadian nearly overthrow his government because of thief in Burnham. And Jagan, who pretend to be your savior. Judas the Iscariot. Y'all don't like it. But may the God put a curse upon their family. They all witness it with your eye. They tell you, but Muhammad is the last messenger. Rodney was our messenger. Vincentica crossed the floor, and Jagan was jealous of him when Fidel Castro was proud of with the brother. My friend, Vincentica was murdered in Rommel. But nevertheless, once you cross the floor for the PPP or the PNC, Burnham and Jagan will make sure your days are short. Right? That is why when Jagan Swearingen became president and he came down to Manhattan and he went back, it wasn't long after I told Dr. Dan Paul, when Christina was interviewing him, he said Dr. Jagan is ready like Freddy for the next election. And Christina came to me and said, Mr. Corral, I've just interviewed Dr. Dan Paul. And you heard what he said. I said, yes, I respect his views. I said, well, I want him to know that Dr. Jagan is not ready like Freddy, ready for the graveyard. It wasn't long after. He went to Guyana, he get sick, they flew him to Walter Reed Hospital. Next thing you hear, he dead. How stupid could you be? Friends, America always get what they want, because they're in charge of this hemisphere. Every Guyanese should have land and money to build their house and get a profit sharing from the oil, the gold, and the diamond, but we have to work together. We cannot condemn the white man for slavery, but we do it to the Amerindian, and we say nothing. We rape the women too. Isn't that truth? Well, you Indian, I have to give you credit, you're not racial. Y'all are so bloody corrupt that the devil may not want y'all close to hell. Y'all might rob his ass too. But y'all got to wake up, man. It's good and bad amongst everybody. So let it be known to these magistrates and judge, whoever you lock up wrongfully, the family know who do it, what day it was, who was the prosecutor, and who's the police. You shall have a rapping at your door. Soon the government change. Just wait. So I'm appealing to the corrupt judges and magistrates, prosecutor and the police. Go to the United Nations building and report. Ask for political asylum. If a businessman asks you to kill George Correa, go and report it and ask for political asylum. Can you go get somebody to kill you? You all are illiterate and stupid. You think they want you to call their name? But if you take the job and if you refuse, you're still there because you know. So you might as well accept it. But don't go and do it. Go to any embassy and report it. Guyana have no human rights. I'm not saying you may not have some people in parliament who are honorable, but they can't do nothing because their hands are tied. And what you, the PNC, have done to them, they have a right to go against you because you all beat them, break up their vehicle, threaten them. Is that human being? We are not living in Africa in tribal time. And you, Indian, we are not living in India with a caste system, so you scorn people and pushing away from them. If not, you all may have to leave the country. The Amerindian, they make friends, the Portuguese and Chinese, and we open the door to the neighboring country and Africa and India, and you all may have to leave because you all are disease cannot cure. So I urge you in the name of God, all of you, let's unite. Enough is enough from 1966 to now. Come on. And if some of you whose men fall in love with a woman and want to marry her, and you can't talk to other women, she's not ready for a relationship. Same goes to the women with a corrupt man. If she's talking to men and you get angry, you're not ready for a relationship, talking don't mean shit. And you cannot join a family and make laws. So you meet people there, you don't know what is the criteria, but you're telling your husband or your wife, this person can't be there. Who the hell are you? You could go to heaven and tell God whom to reject. You bloody bastards. Come on. Y'all are the fault of Guyana. Y'all are the disease of the country. So for God's sake, change. And every decent Guyanese must return back home to Guyana to develop the educated Indian and black alike. It's y'all two I got to talk to. No crime shall go unpaid, or the curse of darkness shall behold your generation. They will eat from the garbage of the street because y'all cause it. Come on! When an Indian can buy a cemetery yard, bulldoze it and put car business, and other business you don't tell yourself what kind of people they are, the place of the dead where they rest, they even want to rob it, is freedom. What kind of people are y'all, man? I have went to Cairo, Egypt, in Alexandria. World War II, there's a big graveyard with everybody. The grave of the unknown from Africa to India, and the grave of all those who were fighting with sign. I don't see nobody else bite and break it and burn it down and put hotel and car park and car business and liquor store. Come on. Shameless creature, y'all are worse than vulture. Friends, you may not like it. So I'm calling on you, the decent Indian and black people, to unite. And the other race, for a national front government, where an Amerindian man or woman will be the leader, followed by the mixed race, followed by the Portuguese, the Chinese, the black, and the Indian. And the law of the land must change. No man or woman will be above the law. And by the way, I heard the minister was riding a horse, the education minister, and the horse bucked her off. Well, I'm sorry to say it. A horse does not mix with a jackass. They only graze in the place. So it is two different animals altogether. All right? I'm sorry, Priya Manichan. It's not an insult. They will graze, but they don't jump on one another back. All right? So get that straight. Take it how you like it. No crime will go unpaid. And if your family live abroad, one thing I could tell you, America gets what America wants. And Guyana shall be an American state if we continue like this. Give the American the islands to put the military base, and more Americans should enter. If not, England must seize independence and give it to the right people and let America take it. And we could help the world crisis with all these people who are looking for a place to live to mind their family. But as Guyanese, the Amerindian must get a first preference. It will be totally unfair to take away the rights from Jesus and Muhammad and the other prophets. Peace be unto all of them. May the good God be with everyone. And I am your host, George Correa. Please subscribe, nothing personal. I'm just pissed off. Thank you.